¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Mic check. 1, 2. Are we recording? Hi, I'm Michelle Bernstein, an award-winning chef, restaurateur, and mom. I have a lot on my plate, including my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. That's why I was prescribed Cosentyx. It helps me move better.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for people 2 years of age and older with active psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radiopaque. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want, like that dream house or ride, is a great feeling. That's why the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you save when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at Polestar.com.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
Building trust and understanding. How to cultivate positive relationships with direct reports abstract. The article examines the delicate balance leaders must strike when cultivating personal relationships with direct reports. while friendly and empathetic relationships can foster teamwork. Productivity and morale. Leaders must also maintain clear boundaries to avoid favoritism and compromising their authority and objectivity. The article explores strategies for establishing appropriate professional distance. Actively listening to build understanding, facilitating team bonding through shared experiences, and promoting autonomy and growth through empowering leadership. By approaching interpersonal connections judiciously and for the right reasons, leaders can create optimal work environments where people feel understood, motivated, and able to excel to their fullest potential, strengthening overall organizational performance, cohesion, and well-being. Working relationships within organizations can take on many forms. At their best, they foster teamwork, productivity, and morale.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen. And keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/JackWelchMBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
Hey business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
However, cultivating personal friendships within a workplace power dynamic also poses risks that leaders must thoughtfully navigate. Today, we will explore how maintaining professionalism while also building understanding and trust with direct reports can help foster optimal work environments. Establishing appropriate boundaries. All workplace relationships require clarity around boundaries. Rock and Jones. 2015. While friendliness and approachability are important virtues for leaders, it is crucial to maintain some degree of professional distance from those one manages. Complete openness in personal matters or socializing together outside work hours risks blurring lines and potentially enabling favoritism. Smith. 2017. Set clear expectations that work conversations and decisions will remain professional in nature. Avoid discussing one's personal life in ways that could compromise objectivity. Do not socialize privately with direct reports outside established team-building activities. Group lunches or occasional group outings after work hours can foster camaraderie while maintaining appropriate distance. Consider personal or sensitive disclosures on a need-to-know basis only. Share just enough to build empathy and understanding without oversharing details that compromise a leader's authority or impartiality. For example, as a mid-level manager at an ad agency, I make it a rule not to accept direct reports' social media friend requests or meet one-on-one for after-work drinks. However, I occasionally organize team pizza lunches or group outings. Like going to see a new movie release together. This strikes a balance of friendliness and team building while upholding boundaries. Cultivating understanding through active listening to succeed. Leaders must know and understand their people. Yet maintaining distance risks missing important personal context that can impact work. Research shows leaders who make time for empathetic listening build greater rapport and motivate direct reports. Goldman. 2006. Kuzis and Posner, 2017. Regular one-on-one check-ins where both parties feel heard foster psychological safety that in turn improves performance. Innovation and Retention, Edmondson, 2018. Schedule individual listening meetings regularly without an agenda to establish psychological safety. Ask open-ended questions and refrain from multitasking to give full attention. Maintain empathy by paraphrasing what you hear and reflecting on each person's experience from their perspective. Avoid judgment and solve problems only if invited. Share occasional self-disclosures judiciously to role model vulnerability. Build understanding and strengthen the reciprocal nature of trust. For example, as director of a non-profit, I schedule monthly one-on-one check-ins with each staff member. I make it clear these are for open communication, not performance reviews. By actively listening without an agenda, our team has become more collaborative problem solvers who feel empowered to innovate for our clients. Facilitating team bonding through shared experiences. Building cohesion among a diverse workforce requires forging bonds alongside professional relationships. Dutton and Heafy. 2003. Research demonstrates shared positive experiences like accomplishing goals together or celebrating victories can increase effective commitment to an organization and its people. Mottos et al. 2018. Yet these experiences must uphold boundaries while nurturing well-being. Plan routine team-building activities where boundaries remain clear, such as group lunches to bond over shared organizational successes. Consider occasional off-site outings as a group, such as volunteer projects benefiting the community or attending a professional development seminar together. During celebrations, maintain an even temper and professional conduct. Avoid over-socializing with any one person to the exclusion of others. For example, as a hospital department head, my team cares deeply for patients but rarely celebrates achievements together. So after a record-breaking fundraising quarter, I organized a group dinner at a nice but casual restaurant for the whole team to bond over our shared success in serving the community. This strengthened our cohesion while avoiding friction. Promoting team autonomy and growth through empowering leadership despite boundaries. Leaders who invest in developing direct report skills and leadership see greatest returns. Gordon. 2017. When given leeway to problem-solve independently and learn from failures, people feel ownership over their work and grow into their best selves. Micromanaging or limiting risk-taking out of a misguided need for control fosters resentment and stifles motivation. Assign stretch projects that push individuals outside comfort zones but provide support rather than close oversight. Establish clear expectations and guardrails for projects rather than rigidly dictating tasks. Check in periodically for guidance, not scrutiny. Celebrate failures that result from calculated risk-taking as learning opportunities, not punishments. View mistakes through a growth mindset of continuous improvement. For example, as head of a tech startup's programming team, I give ambitious quarterly objectives but let individual engineers choose their own approaches and have autonomy to learn through trial and error. This has resulted in new subteams evolving and independently taking our products in exciting directions. Morale and creativity are high as people feel ownership over innovative solutions. Conclusion: cultivating positive personal relationships within a workplace power dynamic requires deft navigation. By establishing clear boundaries, actively listening with empathy, facilitating shared team experiences appropriately, and empowering autonomy through trusting leadership. Managers can foster optimal working environments where people feel understood, motivated and able to excel to their fullest potential. When approached judiciously and for the right reasons centered around servicing organizational missions and developing individuals. Connecting with direct reports on a deeper human level need not compromise professionalism and can significantly strengthen performance, cohesion, retention, and overall well-being within organizations.